stands out prominently, having sold 50 million shares of Amazon over just 9 trading days this month, accruing an estimated $8.5 billion. Mark Zuckerberg capitalized on this trend by liquidating nearly 1.8 million shares of his social media empire for over $400 million during the final 2 months of 2023. Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan recently followed suit, shedding approximately 822,000 shares of the bank he leads for approximately $150 million in February. The sales are notable for several compelling reasons. Firstly, Jamie Dimon's divestitures mark his inaugural sales of JP Morgan stock during his remarkable 18-year tenure as CEO. Secondly, Mark Zuckerberg's recent transactions represent his first sales of Meta shares in nearly 2 years prior to these latest dealings. Additionally, Jeff Bezos' selling activity has undergone a significant escalation. Previously, he had been selling less than $3 billion of stock annually before 2019. However, this escalated to over $3 billion in just 4 days in early 2020, and now he's approaching triple that amount in 9 days. It's crucial to highlight that all these sales were executed under trading plans that were announced months in advance. Notably, none of these influential figures have been actively purchasing shares. The next banking crisis begins soon. As we approach another potential banking crisis.
All right, Shalom. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. The bonus to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone who rule well, whom I learn from. Peace and salutation to the elect. All right, and this lesson is going to be entitled Follow the Money. Okay, as you just seen from that clip I just played, that should raise your antennas. What is going on here? And as it showed you the correlation of them moving a lot of money at the end of 2019 and the early 2020, right before what happened? The CV19. So what's going on right now? Why is all this money being moved within the last few months? Follow the money. The Apostle Gabar goes to that word, I believe it's Kerbono, meaning who profits. Okay, so let's get into this. Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when should these things be, and what should be the sign of thy coming in the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Okay, so I read through those verses because we hit on these verses all the time, and they're pretty much self-explanatory. All these are signs of the end, and we see all of these things that I just read taking place. We see certain law, statutes, and legislations being passed, to combat this word. Okay, we see wars and rumors of wars, uprisings. They just actually sent some U.S. brigades to Taiwan, as they said, permanently. Okay, so we see war on the horizon. We see a lot of these false prophets rising up. We see the love of many waxing cold. We see famine, pestilence, earthquakes. Okay, right? We see Jake falling out the truth. It said many should be offended and should betray one another. Okay, people is bringing harm unto their own family members. Okay, the love of many is waxing cold. Great division is upon the earth. And now we have another sign, of all this money being moved. Okay, so follow the money. What's going on here? This is the book of James chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you. You see, is the money actually decaying? is losing value. Well, the American dollar is losing value, but you got to understand these people, they have assets, they have land, they have gold, silver, elements. They have people, slaves, the souls of men, as you read about in Revelation 18 chapter. And another thing about your boy Mark Zuckerberg, okay, did he not just have I believe like down to like a $250 million underground bunker being built, okay? And now he's, getting rid of all these shares when he haven't been, selling any shares, liquidating assets, okay? There's big things happening right now, but you people out here worry about the fucking playoffs and boxing matches and R. Kelly and P. Diddy and all this nonsense when the Lord is about to bring his sword down upon the earth. Okay? James 5:3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them should be a witness against you. You see? So their money is even speaking against them. We can see these money transactions, right? We can see the fall of the US dollar. We can see, the system going digital, right? Because a big move is coming and they want everybody chipped. Before those nuclear missiles fly, they want the masses of the people chipped. And they already did their test run with CV-19, so they know about the rebellion. They know about the pushback. So now they're just getting ready to combat that pushback, right? It says, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. See, they have made all this money for the last days, and now they're moving it. They're shifting their money in order to what? As they say, the phoenix rise out of the ashes. They believe that they're going to come back, after this destruction, after this war in heaven with the Lord, and still be rich and still be able to rebuild. And another thing that it made me think about as I was watching that video was that movie Leave the World Behind, which everyone should see if you have not seen it. But one thing the black dude said about his powerful client that had all this money, he said some of the biggest and wealthiest guys, only thing they can do is hope for a heads up, right? Because they're lesser luminaries. So yeah, they might get a heads up, and we can see by their movement that they have gotten that heads up. Something is coming down the pike, and yes, you should be scared. You should be fearing, okay? Especially those that's out there not doing the truth. Us that's out here serving the Lord, that's where our hope is at. Our faith is in the Lord coming through to defend us, and we wholeheartedly believe that. Because what else is we going to do? So the water Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua for revealing yourself unto your men in these last days, and may we stand bold and stand firm and endure, as we read in the book of Matthew. He that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay, James 5:4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. Yeah, the slaves, the common people. We've been doing all the working for the elites, right? And what we've been we don't have no true wages. We don't have anything. We're just merely existing, living paycheck to paycheck. Even some of them people that think they're well off, those that was in the middle class, I guess what they did since that CV-19, they destroyed that middle class. Okay, that's why the scripture say he calleth all rich and poor, both free and bond. Pursuant to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, the mark is on the way. The chip is very close, and so is our salvation. It says, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. And the Lord of Sabaoth is Yahweh, the Lord of armies, the Lord of war. When you go into that word Sabaoth, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and being wanton, ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Okay, so they lived in pleasure on the earth. Why? Because this is their kingdom. This is the blessing and the kingdom of Esau, Edom. Okay, and you other nations that join hand in hand with them. But hey, you should not go unpunished. You should surely be punished. So call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Let's close out on this, short lesson, straight to the point. You can do whatever you want to do with your money, and we don't give a fuck about no stocks and bonds. Hey, we come to get you. You should be visited in your pit. When New Jerusalem come down, we will gather up, the remnant of your nations, and you will go directly into slavery. Let's see. Job chapter 20, I believe. Job 20:15. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly. Hey, so you will be gathered. You will be gathered up, and your riches will be transferred. What they say, energy is never destroyed, but is just transferred. Same thing with wealth. Wealth is transferred. So as we come down New Jerusalem, the elect of the nation of Israel, and take over the planet, we will get all the resources. The scriptures speak about the Gentiles flowing into us. Okay. Israel will be that head mountain, that ruling government, and all you other nations will serve. All right. And we will rule you by the rod of iron, pursuant to Revelation, the 2nd chapter. Just as Yahweh shall receive from the Father, us who overcome will receive of that as well. Joint heirs. Right. So with that, I pray this was edifying and exhorting. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect.